Craig, 18 straight, but they gave you a good contest to the end there.
Yeah, well, we always knew they would. Like it's always a good contest or a tight game, and I was a bit disappointed how we started the second half. They put us off our game a little bit, and we started doing a few things that we don't usually do, and a few things that don't work for us. So that was a little bit disappointing, but. I thought, we defended well. We took a bit of a knock there. When Dale went off, he's our man that plays the big minutes. And to lose him, we were sort of hanging on a little bit. But a lot of the other guys made up, and we got there in the end. Like I say, it was a fairly ugly game, but. Like I say, there were some positives to come out for us, certainly defensively, and and even some of our attack in the first half, was pretty good. But I just thought the second half we just lost the plot there for that first 20 minutes, and then by the time the last 20 minutes come of that second half, we tightened up a bit, but it was hard to get the. I suppose hard to get the momentum back then, So we were just sort of basically hanging on that second half.
How's Jerome Hughes?
Yeah, not well. He can't remember anything about the game, and doesn't look too good. So it was obviously a fair knock that he's got.
What did you make of the tackle?
I didn't actually, I must say, I know probably I say this all the time, I didn't actually see it. And I don't know whether they actually had a replay on the screen. So we were just sort of trying to get some changes done at that stage. So, I obviously was out the corner of my eye. I caught the collision, but I didn't really see it that closely. I didn't watch it that closely. So, I don't really want to comment on that.
Concerning, he has a bit of a history with pretty bad head knocks in the past.
Oh, he hasn't had one for ages. Well, he hasn't had too many with us. I can't remember him having too many HIAs. I must say, we've got a few other blokes in our side that have had a few, but I don't think Jerome's had a few for a while.
What about Dale, Craig? We were told that he passed his HIA, but they were the symptoms he displayed that he wanted to put him back on.
I was keen to get him back on if he was okay, but the message I got, he's out for the day. So unless that message got, whatever, okay. So I'm sort of thinking they'd be right, yeah.
Matty Johns, I think he said this week that you've been off the last month. Like you haven't played as well as you had been. Have you had a dip?
No, I think we've played a couple of decent teams. It all depends what games you're talking about. Probably haven't played as well as we did against the Roosters there, a month ago. But I still think it's a fair sign. And again, we're probably not playing that well. We certainly didn't do that in the second half tonight. But we're still winning games, so we're still finding the way. And with all due respect, we've got a bit of punch out of our side at the moment too. We haven't got Nelson and we haven't got Tui. They add a lot to our team. Whether they start or come off the bench, and if they come off the bench, then you've got, you're either Jess or Welsh. You can, they can swap that around. So, and that's nothing against the guys we've got come off the bench at the moment. They're doing a real good job. But at the end of the day, everyone's got their own opinion, and that's fine. But I'm fairly happy with where we're at, and like I say, there's been plenty of effort. As I said, I was disappointed with our thought process, I suppose, how we started the second half. That was a disappointing thing. But when the Raiders got the momentum, we somehow found a way to halt that momentum and just steady the ship, and we certainly never got back on top again, but we steadied the ship.
You're now within striking distance of that 19 of the Roosters. I know you want to win the grand final. That's your goal, but that's a pretty big achievement that you can be in striking distance of it against the Titans next week. Yeah,
again, it's a thing we haven't taken a whole leap of. No, we've been aware of it, but we haven't really sort of made a big point of it. But I'm not quite sure how big a thing it is for the players. I reckon in 20 years' time it might be a big thing, but if we don't do it, well, it won't be a big thing. But I can remember the Roosters 75 side, and what a great side they were, and so for me it'd be fairly special. But at the end of the day, I don't do a whole heap. I sit up in the box and watch. So it's up to them. But like I say, to me it'd be a nice milestone. But as you say, the most important thing is we're playing our best footy, in September.
Break of Ryan Pappenhausen, he seemed to play with a lot of confidence tonight.
Yeah, he was better. I must say we were going to give him more time tonight, but when Dale got knocked out, it knocked our interchange rotation around, and so he didn't get as much time as we'd hoped. But I'll definitely make sure next week or the next 3 games he gets plenty of time. So, but I think he's just got a little bit better. He's looked a little bit more confident each and every game, and I think he'd take a little bit of confidence out of his goal kicking as well and whatever. But I just see a little bit more confidence in him. From the first game he played, until tonight. So, and he went on a tough time tonight. We'll say tough time in that, the Raiders were really putting us under the pump. I thought he'd done a really good job tonight, and if he can keep improving, he should be back to close to his best by September.
Craig, with that Dale HIA, did that affect your plan? Like, as you saw, you put the 2 hookers and the 2 fullbacks out there at the same time, or was that something you actually just wanted to do and see how it went?
Oh no, it was certainly part. We've been playing the 2 hookers together. Brendan does as good a job as anybody else in the ruck. So, but the plan was to put Paps on a little bit earlier tonight than what we did. We didn't really have a plan whether Nico would be on at the same time or not, but we stuck him in the ruck tonight, and not quite sure how impressed he was with that, but I thought he'd done a good job. His contact was pretty good, So it worked out okay for us tonight, but we'll just manage those interchanges, on how the game's going and who we're playing, I suppose.